Seedance 2.0 just dropped, and what it can do is pretty insane, and I believe it's going to change YouTube Shorts for the long run. Seedance is the world's most advanced AI video generation model that is out right now, and you can access it through Higgsfield. It can create cinematic output at 720p and with audio at the same time. And the best thing about it is it takes into consideration real-world physics. And the generation speed is also very fast, meaning that you don't really need to wait around for these generations, and you can get your work and videos done as soon as possible. While there are so many different use cases for the new Seedance 2.0 model, I am a creator and I run some faceless pages, so I'm going to explain how it is going to be best to use this tool to make the best faceless videos possible. And as you can see here, running some of these faceless pages using AI does pay pretty well. This is just one of my pages, and in the last month it has made me $5,700 US. And just to show you guys that this is actually US dollars, as you can see here, we have US dollars selected, and if I go and refresh the page, it is still at 5.7k. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you 3 of the best ways that you can use Seedance to make your videos even better so that we can make more money from our faceless social media pages and YouTube channels. So with that being said, let's get straight into it. Now the first use case is using it to create hooks. There are tons of different ways that using this AI model can help us create hooks, but in particular, I'm going to be talking about AI UGC because it is something that I've been seeing popping up loads, and it is getting a lot of channels, a lot of views, and making them a lot of money. Such as this channel here called musicmedia.co, which if we can see on some of their videos, this, while it may not look like it, is actually AI UGC, and we can use this new model to make videos like these for our hooks. And as we can see, in the past 30 days, they've got 280 million views, which has probably made them a ton of money. So with that being said, let's show you how you can create hooks like these using Seedance. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do to start creating these videos is we're going to head to higgsfield.ai. I'll leave them linked in the description. This is one of the best platforms when it comes to generating AI videos. And then once you've done this, to use the new Seedance 2.0, you are going to have to set up and also prove that you're a business with a business email so that you can use Seedance. But once you've done that and that is out of the way, you're just going to head over to the video section, and as you can see, we can then test out the new Seedance 2.0 video model. And as you can see, I've been playing around with AI UGC, so I've been creating some that could be similar for the music media channel, and I'm going to show you guys what they look like, and then I'm going to show you guys what I prompted to actually get this version of a video. Okay, so the first video that I want to show you is this one that I've generated, and if we press play,
Taylor Swift just dropped the best album of all time.
As you can see, it is pretty good. There's dead space at the end, but that's just to do with me generating it. I left the timer on too long. I didn't need that long for that bit of text. But yeah, as you can see, it looks pretty realistic. And while I know a lot of you guys are going to be able to say you probably can tell it's AI, the way you make it not look AI is by doing what music media do, and you leave it for a second and then you edit in clips, and that way it makes it a lot harder to tell that this is an AI video. But as you can see, if you edit it in that way, this is pretty much a perfect AI UGC. But how to actually come up with prompts like these to create this level of AI UGC, the first thing you want to do is you want to go to ChatGPT, and you're simply just going to ask ChatGPT to create the prompt for you, and you're going to tell it the information that you want to be in the prompt. Now this is the prompt that I gave ChatGPT. Now I'd actually been experimenting already with some AI UGC for some of my own channels, so I said, okay, you can do the same thing with the prompt, but this time it needs to be a white girl in her early 20s with blonde hair and blue eyes saying in an excited tone, Taylor Swift dropped a new album, and then just some extra details here. The only thing that I added in the initial prompt was that I was creating AI UGC for a YouTube Shorts page, and that I was testing the new Seedance 2.0 in Higgsfield just to give ChatGPT a bit more information about the model that we're using. So if you just added this to that prompt, then you'd be pretty much perfect, and you can always add any extra information that you want to. But yeah, the key things to think about when you're creating this AI UGC is to explain the character, explain the background that you want, and then explain the tone and what they are saying. So those are the main things. And you come out and you have some AI UGC like this, and then really quick, just to show you guys another version, if we take a look at this video here, I generated another one that was about Sabrina Carpenter.
I can't believe Sabrina Carpenter actually said this to a fan.
Now this one is a little bit worse because of the pause in this middle bit, which I don't really like. I like the AI to say it all in one go. This isn't the end of the world because I could still use this. I would just basically cut this part out, and obviously to make it not look like it's been cut, you could then put on an overlay. So maybe you'd pop up an image of Sabrina Carpenter talking to a fan to basically make it not look like it's AI or you've edited it. So it's not a big issue, but what I would do if I was trying to reprompt this is I would simply just tell Higgsfield to have the AI character say it all in one go. So that is a simple fix, but yeah, that is very quickly in a nutshell how to create AI UGC for hooks using the new Seedance 2.0. Now before we move on to the next point, AI UGC isn't the only way we can use Seedance to create great hooks. And while you can use AI UGC in pretty much any niche and test it out to see if it works for your page, I don't want you guys going away thinking that, yeah, you can't utilize AI video to make better hooks. So to give you guys another example of a way you can use AI in your hooks is, for example, if you were in a storytelling niche, you could make something that didn't actually happen look like it did happen using AI UGC for the hook. So having that visual of something that hasn't happened that's quite shocking could be another great way to hook people in. So yeah, don't limit your thinking to just AI UGC for the hook. You can use this to help you do a bunch of different things to help increase your swipe rate and get you more views on your YouTube Shorts pages. Now, the second way that we can use Seedance to our advantage to make better videos and new pages and get more views is to create AI animated videos. So one of the obvious ones in this niche is of course Zach D Films. Now, while I still believe he doesn't use AI and it does allow him to have a bit better quality, the way AI is going, he's probably going to be saving a ton of money by getting rid of some of his animators and just employing people that understand how to use AI to generate these videos, because it can be done much faster and a lot cheaper than using actual animators. And to give you guys another niche example of where we can use AI animated videos is one such as this. So this is obviously from 3 years ago, so this wouldn't have been made with AI and would have probably cost this guy a bunch of money, whereas nowadays we can make this a lot cheaper using these new AI video models. So as we can see, this is some sort of animation to do with Minecraft, and yeah, things like this do extremely well for Minecraft and Roblox and games like that, because it is very brain rot and you're gonna attract a bunch of kids that are interested in these games to watch your videos. And yeah, there's pretty good money in that, especially as a lot of them are on their parents' accounts, which means you're getting paid for an adult view. Now, to show you guys an example of something that I've generated in this animation style, I generated this video here using this prompt, and this was such a short prompt. I literally just typed this out off the top of my head. I didn't even try and use ChatGPT. I would recommend creating a prompt and then asking ChatGPT to make the prompt better so you can get even better results. But with a prompt as simple as this, create an animation of an AI square looking character sitting at their desk in a world where everything is square, playing a video game where the power cuts out and then the character screams. This is what Seedance has come up with, and I think this is very good. And while this isn't exactly Roblox or Minecraft, at the minute, if you try and tell it to make a video about Roblox or Minecraft, it isn't letting you do it. But this is a cool animated character that you could create a shorts page around. So if we take a look, a prompt as simple as that comes up with a video like this. Which I think is pretty crazy. Like, creating something like this literally like a year or two ago would have cost you a fair bit of money or taken you a lot of time to animate. So yeah, the way AI is going, it is pretty crazy how easy it is to generate videos like this. And these are so useful for many different niches, not even just the ones I've mentioned. I've also got a video here of a hand going towards lava. We could use this for a story, or once again, we could use this for a hook like before, where the hook is what happens if you touch lava, and this could be the hook. So yeah, just expanding your guys' thought process when it comes to using these AI models once again. So yeah, these are just some more ways that we can use Seedance to make us more money on YouTube. Now, the third way that we can use Seedance to enhance our YouTube Shorts pages is to use it to create B-roll for pages that are about storytelling or things like this. So this is kind of similar to the last point where you're using it for the whole footage, but this time you're using bits of it to basically add to your story. So this would be great for story channels such as this one, for example, where they basically create stories about the army and things like that. So yeah, as we can see, if we click on some of their videos, they are already actually doing this. They're using AI to help them with B-roll, and they're using it in the way that I just mentioned, like using AI to create something crazy for the hook. So yeah, this is a pretty interesting use case of a perfect example here. But once again, if we go back to Higgsfield, the way that I actually played around with this and used it was, let's say we had a story about the war with America and Iran. Maybe we wanted some footage of some B-2 bombers flying over towards Iran. Then we could simply do that with a prompt like this, which is just simply, can you create an animation of this plane I uploaded just an image from Google of a B-2 bomber, and then also clarified a B-2 bomber flying over the globe from America towards Iran. The footage should have a trail to show where it has passed by on the globe of the world. So as we can see, this is what it came up with on the first time around, which I thought was pretty good, and this is pretty usable B-roll. The only thing I didn't love is it's not really showing America and Iran, like this is just Europe, and it's also flying straight rather than like coming with the curvature of the globe. So then I kind of wanted it to do it 2D, and this is what it then came up with next, which I don't really love because once again, it's coming from off the screen. And this is the final version that I've done, but I'm actually going to go ahead and try and fix this now to show you guys a live example of getting it to create something that you're happy with. But yeah, sometimes it does take a few attempts. So even this one here, I don't really love it. It's a bit better, but I would rather if the plane was from a bird's eye view. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and fix this now. And then once we've done that, we can check the result that I've ended up coming up with after a few attempts of trying to generate something quite specific. Okay, so we're now back, and this time we actually asked ChatGPT to help us with a prompt, and we came up with some much better versions. So this is the first one. As you can see, it looks pretty decent, but didn't have the lines and stuff we wanted. This was the next one, and it was good, but it was a little bit messed up. So I then asked it to regenerate this one. So I just regenerated it exactly the same prompt, and it came out with something like this, which I would now be pretty happy with to put into a video if I was or did have pages in this niche. So yeah, those are going to be my 3 best use cases for Seedance 2.0 for YouTube Shorts. Now you can take all of these different use cases and use them in different scenarios. Yeah, feel free to go to Higgsfield in the description and play around with this for yourself, because I truly believe if you play around with this for yourself, you're going to start using this on some of your own Shorts pages to increase the quality and maybe even decrease the time and the cost for some of you guys that are using animators for your pages. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I hope that you found it helpful. If you have any questions about anything, then be sure to leave those in the comments, as I try my best to reply to every single comment. Now, if you guys do want my personal help to grow your own YouTube Shorts page, then be sure to check the link in the description where you can get access to my private community, where you get hours of video content, weekly calls with myself, recordings of those weekly calls, weekly niches, and much more. And because I provide all of that, we are able to get some great wins inside the community, as you can see some of them on screen here. Now, if you want to see me grow my own YouTube Shorts page from 0 subscribers, then check out this video on screen here. Apart from that, I hope you guys did enjoy it, and I hope to see you all in the next one.
All right, so I'm currently at my dashboard on smmshiba.com, and do not get confused by the website names. SMMShiba and SMMDodge are actually the same website. So all you have to do once you've created yourself an account here is to go on list, click on this category icon, select, and here you want to select something, basically any option that says from with video. So I'm going to choose this one right here, and this should be already fine. 2014, 2017, yeah. Now I'm going to click on buy, confirm, and now you can go onto your product orders, and you will see this is pending. All right, the order is now completed. This didn't even take 2 minutes. What you want to do now is you want to copy that ID, and we want to be organized, right? Especially if we have multiple channels, you will not find them again. So make sure to save it somewhere.